Let's start with the actually, I want to address a listener that had asked a question on YouTube this week, and
Okay.
I responded in the question. So first off, I appreciate if you're listening, reaching out, and we were talking about the spread between new construction and resale homes, right, in the Albuquerque area, and I said, it's somewhere around a 20% premium. And they called me out on that. And I thought, okay, that they made a really good point. I don't know if it was he or she, but made a really good point, which was in particular, recently, home builders are doing a lot of incentives.
Right.
So you say, okay, are we really comparing apples to apples when we compare new construction to resale? And so what I found, and I don't know, what do you think? I mean,
Well, when you said 20% last week, I thought that seems really high, but those points you just made are really good because they're offering buy downs for the interest rate and they're offering incentives, maybe towards closing costs, maybe towards a fridge, washer, dryer, maybe blinds, things like that. So what'd you
yeah.
find?
And this is what they said. It was love for puppies was the commenter on YouTube. And so thank you for that. And they said, but new construction offers incentives that are not included in the price. When new builders buy down the rate to 4.5 or 4.99 to 5.25 rate, that's not deducted in the sale price when doing the comps.
Right.
Really good point. So this is probably a real estate professional
Probably.
that made that comment, because that's a very much inside real estate way they put that. But what I did is, so I wanted to go back and just kind of get the data. And so what I did is I went back all the way to 2003 is what I had, and I compared new construction versus resale homes in Albuquerque. I narrowed it down to just 3 bedrooms, 1,500 to 2,500 square feet. You're smirking at me like, you're such a nerd.
My data nerd husband.
Yeah, my nerd. And what I found is over that entire period, it was about 11% higher per square foot for new construction versus resale. However, during the great financial crisis, during, like, let's say 9 and 10, in that area 11, new construction was actually cheaper because they were like
competing.
Well, they were just
They
trying
had
to liquidate.
inventory.
Yeah,
Right,
they were
right.
trying to liquidate anything they could. So if you actually go from 2012 forward, it's more like 15% premium for new construction versus resale.
Well, there you go. Plus all the other incentives that were pointed out.
Yeah, exactly.
That don't bring the price down, but actually make it a little more affordable to get into that house.
We didn't see the big incentives that we have seen in the last year or so. Prior, we didn't have $20,000 interest rate buy downs. We didn't have $20,000 appliance and incentives for a home buyer of new construction like we do today.
And I'm not sure we still have those today. I know maybe 2 months ago we had some pretty significant seller incentives on new construction, but I'm not sure that we still have as many. I think right now, today in January, we have some nice interest rates where maybe some of the big builders went and bought a book of money and they are offering that interest rate. But then I think the rest of the incentives are fairly typical with new construction.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed our content and want to see more Albuquerque related real estate talk and fun, hit the subscribe button and don't miss out on another video. Turn to the Venturi Realty Group for all things Albuquerque real estate related.